Hi, I'm Dr. Deborah Legge, and I'm the video therapist. Today I'm going to answer your question, what is a panic attack? Most of us have experienced times of high anxiety and what feels like panic. We might be in a new situation and we're kind of scared, or we might be in a social situation where we might feel uncomfortable. But a panic attack is a specific experience that people have, and they may not even have it when they're in a difficult situation. Panic attacks, actually, a hallmark symptom of a panic attack is that it sometimes comes right out of the blue. Sometimes they can come in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. So, what we look for in trying to determine if these are panic attacks are the symptoms. When you have a panic attack, most people experience lots of physical symptoms. They might have tingling in their feet or their fingers. They might have noticed sweating, heart palpitations, a feeling of heaviness in the chest, feeling cold and then hot, dizziness, feeling not steady on your feet, feeling like you're going to pass out. And then all of these thoughts that go along with those types of symptoms, like, oh my God, I think I'm dying, or I think I'm having a stroke or an aneurysm or a heart attack. Just that jump, that leap to, what's going to happen next. Usually the symptoms of panic reach their height after about 10 minutes. Not always, but usually. And what happens is that your body is actually functioning well. It's just that it's functioning under some false circumstances, false beliefs. Your body's reaction, that panic reaction, is due to your brain thinking that you're in danger. There's something that's happened in your environment or within your body that gave your brain a message that you're in trouble. And so your body's responding. All the blood rushes to your extremities. Your heart starts to race. You start to breathe heavy, and you start to take more breaths. And all of these things, if you think about it, would do you well if you were in a crisis and you had to run and you had to get out of there. That's why those things happen, to save you. It's called fight or flight. So when this type of thing happens, your body starts releasing a lot of adrenaline to get you going. But because it's releasing adrenaline, it's perpetuating the symptoms. It makes the heart rate continue to race. It makes your breathing continue to go a lot faster and more shallow than it should. You might get lightheaded just because you're breathing so shallowly. So a lot of things can happen. A lot of physical things can happen as a result of your mind thinking that you're in trouble. So if you know that you're experiencing a lot of these symptoms and you're a very healthy person, let's say you were afraid and you ended up at the emergency room because you thought you were having a heart attack, and they gave you clearance and you talked to your doctor and your doctor's pretty sure that everything's good with you. These could be panic attacks. It's always important to get the medical clearance. It's always important for you to, if you're having panic, to make sure you get to the doctor so that your doctor can do whatever he or she needs to do to be sure that physically you're doing okay. So that we know that when you're having the panic attacks, that these are panic attacks. It is something physical and emotional that's happening to you in the moment, but it's not the heart attack or the stroke or the aneurysm that you're so scared about. Most people who have panic attacks, and millions of people have panic attacks every year. Millions, okay? You're not alone. Most people who have panic attacks are pretty reasonable in some part of their mind that this is a panic attack. It's just that that other part of your mind that is worried and fearful really takes over. So there are many ways, there are many techniques that you can use to help you during a panic attack, or things that you can do on a daily basis in your life to help you manage stress better so that you are not so prone to that panic, or you don't react to the panic in a panicking way. But the bottom line is that if you can not panic about the panic, The attacks themselves will probably last a lot less time than they are now. The more you panic about your panic, the more adrenaline you're releasing and the longer your symptoms will last. So you need not go through this alone. There is probably nothing, not a whole lot more frightening than waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat having a panic attack. It's a helpless kind of feeling, and it will affect your sleep patterns and all of that. You don't need to be alone in this. You can get help. You can call your primary doctor. You can call a mental health professional who can sit with you like this, ask you lots of questions so that he or she can better understand what panic is like for you. And then he or she can tell you how they can help you at this time, what they can do to help you manage your symptoms, manage your stress. When panic attacks come along, they're symptoms. They're symptoms of the anxiousness and the fear. So you can work with someone to figure out where they're coming from, so you can address them so they come less frequently, and then you can pick up the skills to help you manage them in the moment when they do come. So try not to be afraid. There is help. You just need to reach out for it. Okay? Good luck to you, and I hope to see you next time.